Quick prediction for the 2023 NBA Finals. I'm taking the Denver Nuggets to beat the Miami Heat in 6 games.
Bring your ball game, sneaks and all, get lost. You ain't come to win, don't got what it takes to play. It's NBA and we break the rim. Post up and shoot the J, get the rebound, do it again.
Let me say that I love both of these teams, right? So I love Miami because, first of all, I'm a fan of Coach Spoelstra. I think he's a very good coach. I think he's an underrated coach. So anytime he can go this deep in the playoffs, I love to see him coaching in the finals. Second of all, I love Jimmy Butler, and because he's one of my probably my favorite kind of basketball player, NBA player. Because there are plenty of NBA players who have tremendous skill and tremendous talent, and they play in the NBA because it's a great money-making opportunity for them, and it makes complete sense for them to make as much money as they can, but they don't really love basketball. They don't really have a passion for it. They just happen to have the talent to develop the skills they have, and then they can earn great money from doing that. But Jimmy Butler is the full package. He has the skill, he has the ability, he has the talent, and he loves basketball. He's passionate about it. It matters to him. He loves the challenge, he loves the competition, and he brings that game in and game out. But they are injured. They do have a lot of major injuries. Because of that, they have a short bench rotation. And, they pretty much play the team. They go as Jimmy Butler goes. So on the nights that he brings it, the rest of the team brings it. But what if he doesn't? What if he's not feeling it that night? The team doesn't usually show up if Jimmy doesn't lead them to showing up. Which brings me to the 2 major reasons why I think that Denver is going to win in 6. Both teams want to be the NBA champion very badly, and that is evident and obvious. And that's why this matchup of Denver and Miami is my favorite matchup, because these are the 2 hungriest teams for the title that were in the playoffs, and I love that. That means that we're going to get the highest competition possible. And while I think Miami is hungry for the championship, obviously Jimmy Butler is hungry for it, I think Denver is slightly, maybe they're not necessarily hungrier, but I think they have a slightly bigger chip on their shoulder when it comes to trying to win the championship. Jokic isn't a kid anymore. He's a grown man player. He's coming into his own, coming into his prime, and he's putting that on display. Jamal Murray is out to prove something this season, these playoffs, that other teams are overlooking him. And then Mike Malone, the Denver Nuggets coach, seems to perpetually have a chip on his shoulder that people never take his team serious enough and overlook them as well. Because of that, while both teams are hungry, I think Denver has a little bit more of a chip on their shoulder, a little bit more to prove. The second reason I think that Denver's going to win in 6 is because I think Denver is a little bit more of a more steady, consistent team. Like I said, with Miami, they come and go as Jimmy Butler comes and goes. But with Denver, they're a little bit more consistent, a little bit more steady than Miami has proven to be. Because of that steadiness, as I have said recently, I think the team that wins the championship is the team that's going to make the least amount of mistakes. So the team that's more steady, more consistent, is going to make less mistakes because of that. And because they make less mistakes, I think that Denver is going to win the championships in 6 games over Miami. Let me know down in the comments, who do you have? Why are you taking them? How many games? And until then, I'm out.
Got the squad getting hot live. We, East champs, dog, get it right.